On September 20, 2019, Apple released the iPhone 11 Pro Max in four different colors: gold, silver, space gray, and the one I have with me here, midnight green. It got released on iOS 13, and we are currently in 2024. iOS 18 just came out, and guess what? The iPhone 11 Pro Max still supports iOS 18. Speaking of support, something the iPhone 11 Pro Max doesn't support is a memory card slot, so you're stuck with the 64 gig, 256 gig, and 512 gig variant, all of which share the same 4 gigs of RAM. Which begs the question, is a phone produced 5 years ago still worth buying in 2024? Let's find out. As opposed to the iPhone 11, which has an IPS display, the 11 Pro Max comes with a 6.5-inch Super Retina OLED display, which is really good for streaming, gaming, and everyday use. Although you're going to have problems reaching the top corners of the phone with just one hand. Well, this shouldn't be a problem for people with long hands though. With 1200 nits of peak brightness, it is so much easier to use this phone under direct sunlight. I have a privacy screen protector on it, so that limits my viewing angles. The 60Hz refresh rate makes animation and scrolling through social media very fluid. And with iOS 18 installed, you can see some of the little animations that Apple added to this phone. The OLED display makes color pop, and it actually gives black color a very good depth. I really enjoyed watching movies on this phone, and something that contributed to this fact is the speaker on the phone. They are so good. It just elevated the whole viewing experience. Although this phone came out 5 years ago, it doesn't offer anything less when it comes to display. Next is the design. The phone is encased with stainless steel frame which could easily get scratches, followed by a matte glass back which attracts a lot of fingerprint. But that doesn't become a problem when you slap a pouch or a case on it. The bezels on this phone are not so slim, and it also comes with a notch which contains the front-facing camera and the earpiece speaker. And I have to say, for the earpiece speakers and the speakers in general, nothing comes close to these speakers on a phone. Its IP68 rating makes it water and dust resistant, but that doesn't mean you should go and submerge it in water. I see a lot of people do this and it's just crazy. Right off the bat, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a really heavy phone, but I think that's fair because of the 4000 milliamp hour large battery on this phone. On a full charge, it will last you a whole day. So when it comes to battery life, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is as right as rain. Now, camera. Camera wise, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is on the ball. I mean, on the scale of 1 through 10, I would give the iPhone 11 Pro Max a 12 because all the cameras, the wide, the ultra wide, the telephoto lens, and even the front facing cameras are all 12 megapixels. The photos that comes from the iPhone 11 Pro Max are really sharp. Have a look at them. Here's a photo taken on the 2x lens, 1x lens, and the ultra wide lens. And here's a portrait photo from this phone. It has some problems picking the edge for inanimate objects, but for humans, the edge detection is really good. It zooms up to 10x, and this is a photo I took with the 10x zoom. It's not really the best, but it's still good. On the video end, it shoots 4K at 24, 30, and 60 FPS, and 1080 at 30, 60, and 120 FPS. Camera and video wise, you don't have any problem with this phone, except maybe zooming. Yeah, you don't want to zoom on this phone. Now for performance, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is powered by the A13 Bionic chip, which will definitely crush anything you throw at it. I've been playing eFootball 24 on this phone and I haven't experienced any lag. The only problem with this phone, and it is a problem for iPhones in general, is that it gets overheated after prolonged use of it. You might want to get a fan cooler if you're an extreme gamer, or a sachet water. It works. It works. Overall, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a really solid phone in 2024, and I think it's a very good buy. So the question is, would you pay $280 or 480,000 naira for a phone made 5 years ago?